Imagine waking up one morning and realizing the world map has completely changed. Some countries no longer exist. Languages, cultures, entire nations have vanished. Now ask yourself this: what if Adolf Hitler had won World War II? Would our world look the same today? Or would a completely different order rule the planet? World War II was one of the most destructive conflicts in human history. Millions of lives were lost. Entire cities were reduced to ruins. Nations disappeared from the map. Under Hitler's command, Nazi Germany conquered large parts of Europe. But the goal was never just land. The real goal was to reshape the world according to a single ideology. This war was not only fought with weapons, it was fought with ideas. History sometimes changes in a single moment, a single decision, a single mistake. What if Germany had not retreated at Stalingrad? What if the DA invasion had failed? What if the United States had entered the war much later? What if the Soviet Union had collapsed earlier? Any one of these moments could have changed the outcome of the war. And in that version of history, Hitler could have been the winner. If Hitler had won, Europe would not be the Europe we know today. Borders would be completely redrawn. Some countries would never exist. Others would survive only as puppet states. Nazi Germany would stand as the absolute power at the center of the continent. One authority, one system, one dominant force. Maps would change, and millions of people would be forced from their homes. Nazi ideology would shape everyday life. People would be classified by race, origin, and background. Equality would disappear. The state would decide who deserves to live and who does not. Science and technology would still advance, but not to serve humanity. They would serve power. Free thought would have no place. Knowledge itself would become a weapon of ideology. The democratic world we know today would likely never exist. Freedom of speech would vanish. The internet would either never be created or exist only under strict surveillance. Every message monitored, every thought controlled. Freedom would not belong to everyone. It would belong only to the chosen few. History is often written by the winners. But sometimes, the paths that were never taken are more important than the victories themselves. The world we live in today exists because of fragile balance and critical decisions. And maybe the most terrifying question is this: if history had been written just a little differently, what kind of world would we be living in right now?